most people are like, oh, real estate's way too expensive. It's got to crash any moment. Um, so it gives you a different perspective on the price. Like I said, I keep pounding the table on this purchasing power. It brings you back to that, which so it's perfect for that. I was taking notes and writing down a bunch of those amounts because I'm going to use some of that data. But like I said, just because price is cheap doesn't mean it's going to keep going up, and just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's going to either. We have the wild card, as I call it. These are the banksters, and we don't know what the banksters are going to do. So, for example, the Fed and the government has done everything in their power to prop the markets up. Over the last year, they've spent trillions of dollars to do that, and a lot of it has been done in the mortgage industry specifically. Buying mortgage-backed securities and whatnot, and then even with the rent moratoriums and eviction moratorium, they were helping for payments. So it seems like that's this big wild card, and we don't know what's in their head. Will they continue? Will they not? So how do you factor that in?
I am really glad you mentioned that. What we are adding to the Hartman Comparison Index is a mortgage sensitivity component, a mortgage interest rate sensitivity component, because it's a good question. What would happen if the Fed and the government and the banksters, this collusion between these entities, which is so secretive and just ridiculous, frankly, what would happen if they tighten the money supply and interest rates go up? Well, the Fed doesn't directly control mortgage rates, but they certainly influence them in a huge way. And so, if rates went up by, say, 1%, which is really a 33% increase, depending on the exact rate, it's very approximate there.
Yeah.
Then it would certainly make housing much less affordable. So you're absolutely right. But when that happens, the likelihood is all of the other compared to what items in the HCI will also react to that, right? Certainly the S&P will, gold prices will, copper prices, everything reacts, right? But here's the problem, and here's why it's so hard to make predictions, right? And here's why so many people who claim to be good at making predictions fall on their sword at some point in time, right? Is because these things don't act in lockstep. There's a lag time between these reactions of different items in the economy. And so, what you can be pretty safe with, I think, is looking at big macro trends.
Sure.
And that's what I like looking at. And I think it's what you like looking at too. If you're trying to make predictions and be a day trader, you're probably gonna get in trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.